Okay, so on to clothing and bedding and so on. In here is a Hennessy hammock. Hammocks apparently are the best thing to use on the AT these days because you're not going to find flat ground all that often, and when you do, everybody's going to be fighting over it if they've all got tents. But you are going to find a lot of trees, an awful lot of trees, at a good distance, and you'll never wake up sleeping in a puddle, and you'll always be hanging the same way, so you're never going to be on uneven ground. And plus, hammocks are just really nice to sleep in. It just really, like, being in it just makes you feel nice to be in one. So that's why I got it. In here as well is also that's a Hennessy hammock link for them. But in here as well is my sleeping bag. So what you do is then you set up your hammock, you put in your sleeping bag, and you roll it all up at once, and it won't fit into the bag that your sleeping bag came in. But if you get another one, this is one again I got given from my mum, and it can all fit in there, and it's just so much easier because then you don't have two separate, like a sleeping bag and your hammock, and then you have to keep on combining it. You can just take it out, string it up, and everything's ready for you straight away. This is the fly, that's the bit that goes over the top of it. Hennessy Hammock's got their website's got all the details for this, but it's in the sack that came with the insulation system, which is the stuff that keeps you warm inside the hammock. Yeah, and the website will have all the details on how to set it up and everything, and it is relatively easy once you've got the hang of it. Once you know how the knot goes on and everything, you're sorted. And they are just really nice to be in, and they keep you warm, and it does keep you dry, which is the one thing you worry about, thinking, I'm sleeping in a hammock? But it does keep you dry and everything. So that's all of that. This is, Hennessy Hammocks does suggest that you get these space blanket reflective things for keeping you warm, and these are great for emergencies, but the guy at the shop was saying that once you open this, you'll never get it back to this size. So you may not want to hold fire on using it as just a general part of your sleeping arrangement until you're actually sure that you do want to have it if you actually are that cold, because it may be just really cumbersome to get it back in. So that's my sleeping stuff. So on to clothing, and this will have to be multiple videos, I'm sure. These are my sunglasses. Which are Hawkeye, I think they're called. I think they're called Hawkeye. Oh, you would have thought they would put it on the glasses, but they haven't. But no, I'm pretty sure they're Hawkeye. These are 25 quid, which is the cheapest ones they've got, and I thought that's a bit excessive for a pair of sunglasses. But having walked from where I live in Cleve to Clevedon and back, during a bright day, with no cloud in the sky, I got a headache straight away, and that wouldn't have happened if I had these on, protecting me from UV rays. And especially as I wasn't going over near any water which reflects into your eyes or anything like that, I just think that these will pay for themselves to get through a day without a headache. But again, up to you on that. If you think it's worth the money, then buy it. If you don't, then fair enough. And again, hopefully, if you're watching this in 6 months' time, I'll be able to tell you if these were worth it or not. So that's those. I've got 2 pairs of gloves because I want to be able to layer up. I don't want to have to go from sweaty hands to frozen hands. So I've got two pairs that hold that, like I say, layer up.
Are they the same pair, or are they different?
No, these are... because these don't have a grip on them, these do. So I'm using these as a base layer. So they can go straight up to my skin, and then I can wear these ones on top of them.
Okay.
And, and they're not all that expensive, and you can just get them. And like I say, I don't know if I'll need them, but I did start thinking about how cold it's going to get, and I don't want my fingers to be frozen. So, and a nice hat. For obvious reasons, to be able to hear afterwards. Socks, these are special proper tracker socks what people do, and one guy said, I asked everybody for advice, and especially advice that you don't hear very often. And this guy said that a nice pair of dry, comfy socks is like the most pleasant thing in the world when you go to bed. To slip off your horrible, sweaty, wet socks, dry your feet, and put on really nice ones. So I'm actually keeping these ones for as long as I can for just bed, for as long as I possibly can, until these are really wearing through. And the way that most people do it, I think, are wear these for 2 days, then you wear these for 2 days, and if you can get them washed, then you've got a completely fresh pair for night every time. But that's how, and I don't know how that's going to work out, but like I say, a nice tip for you to try and get 3 pairs and designate one as your sleeping pair. And speaking of which, these are my thermal stuff that I'm going to be wearing for night. So I wear that one and a pair of thermal long underwear for bed. So I wear those in bed, and then I wear these for walking in. And you feel oh so sexy when you're wearing this. Basically slipping into glorified leggings. And you look like Spider-Man, apparently, according to my sister, when you're wearing this one.
True story.
Yeah. Again, links in the description to what they are and all the rest of it, and they are just brilliant. They don't. I was really scared they're going to be itching like hell, and they did at the beginning, but afterwards, after you get the feeling of having them and everything, you feel fun, or at least I was. After that, this shirt, like that, and what you're wanting to avoid is having stuff that you're looking to layer up. So you start with a base layer, and then you can put this on top of there, and you're looking to not go from either too cold or too hot and having to switch between them. So thin layers that you can put a lot on, and you can even mix and match. So you go from your base layer straight to your waterproof or to your fleece, which this is. And this is a medium fleece. It's not a large, thick fleece, but combined with that, and my waterproof, I can deal with anything. Bandana, just because I was told to take one, and my friend Georgia gave this to me years ago, so for once I'll be using it. But that's for keeping my hair out my eyes, but also you can apparently use it for multiple things. It's for just tying things on with, and all that kind of thing. So apparently that's really useful to have. Trousers. These aren't my waterproof trousers, these are just my trousers. These are zip-offs, so you can then zip these out, and these are colour-coded so you always know which leg goes with what, and they just zip off, come off, so you can wear them as shorts or as proper trousers. And multiple pockets and everything, and the one thing, and it's kind of, I always ask about how breathable they are, so how sweaty you'll get or how sweaty you won't get, that kind of thing. That's the kind of questions you want to ask about, is because sweating, because you don't want to be, basically the one thing you're trying to avoid is to, look, there we go, I'm nice and warm but not too hot and everything, and I'm completely waterproof, and then you go walking and you sweat so much you end up just as wet as you were if you were raining on. So you want to make it so you are nice and breathable. And that's why I decided to spend a little bit more money and get a nice breathable raincoat, which has stupidly deep pockets. And all the rest of it. And luckily it's got a really good breathable system to it, I guess. And of course a hood with a peak at the top. So that's that. Again, and it will be linked. And finally, my waterproof trousers. Yeah, I've said it really. They can pop and you can unzip them from all the way up here. So you can, and that's to stop you from basically struggling with your boots. So if you have them completely open when you have them in your bag, you can take them out, put them on, zip, and you're sorted. And that's it really. The only other thing left really is to work out how you put this all in your bag, and you're going to have to just muck around with that yourself. What I've done, because this particular bag has a zip right at the bottom. So what I end up doing is putting my waterproof stuff at the bottom, followed by all the rest of it, and then if it does rain, you can just grab it and put them on. But if it's not raining and you're just finishing it, it means you don't have to keep on taking them out and putting them in. That's pretty much it. And you're just going to have to, with the bag, you're just going to have to fiddle around. Make sure when you buy your bag, by the way, that you do have something in it when you are walking around. You're not walking around with it empty. You need to be able to feel how it feels with weight in it. I think, frankly, that's all I've got left. That's it, really. Anything I forget, I'll put in as a annotation at this bit and tell you to go check something out. But yeah, remember, this is all beforehand. I've never done hiking in my life, so I may have made elementary mistakes, and just constantly ask people for advice, constantly question why you need that, what the purpose is, because you don't want to be carrying something and going, what's this for? So, yeah. There you go. Thank you.